Hello and welcome to another video. Yeah, you've seen the title. And today I'm going to be talking about my tiny little nitpick with the Dark Knight trilogy. Just want to say, before I get started, I think the trilogy is perfect. I think it's Christian Bale my favourite live-action Batman. I start to say nowadays, if you put Christian Bale in the Arkham Knight suit, that would just be perfect Batman for me. But anyway, onto the video. So, if you're watching this video, you probably don't need context, but I might as well give it to you anyway. So in the story of the Dark Knight trilogy, Bruce leaves Gotham, I think around 21 maybe, and maybe 21, 22, 23, I can't remember exactly. But then comes back, I think 7 years later, which that's my first. It's not my mate. That's not the point I want to talk about today. But it's kind of like now I think about it a little bit. Like, I feel like Batman should be training for a decade at least. Like learning his skills, make sure he has like meets loads of people and then come back. But it fits well with that Batman since it's not like I think he was mainly trained by the League of Shadows anyway. But anyway, he comes back. First movie, perfect. And I'm not saying any like the others are perfect. I think they are. But yeah, perfect Batman origin. I feel like in the movie, again, it's been a little while since I've watched it. Again, I probably should have rewatched it for this. But he seems a little too mature for a year one Batman. Um, and again, it's not really a bad thing. It's not my main problem that I want to talk about. I keep getting distracted. But yeah, I feel like what Matt Reeves did with his movies. I feel like that should be a year one Batman, or what Arkham Origins did in this universe, or the game that I'm playing now, where Batman had to learn that he had eyes and stuff. Anyway, again, that's the point. Anyway, so the film jumps a year later to The Dark Knight, and again, perfect movie. Um, I think that's my favorite movie ever at the moment. Again, with my favorite live action Batman until the DCU Batman comes up, which is probably going to be my new favorite. Anyway, yeah, so that comes along. Everything happens in that movie, and then Gordon calls into DCPD. I guess spoilers if you haven't seen it, but I'm guessing you've seen it. That Batman unalived. I don't know if YouTube will let me say the other thing. Unalived. All the people Two-Face did to carry the burden, because to quote the movie, he's not the hero Gotham deserves, the one it needs. I think that's what the quote said. Anyway, so yeah, all good. And then the Dark Knight Rises comes along, and again, I know people say it's the weakest, but I think it's good as well. But then Dark Knight Rises has Bruce retire after that, which I don't know how I feel about. I'm not saying like he shouldn't retire. I mean, it's fine if he retires after that. But if they're gonna make him retire, I feel like he should have been Batman for a little. Not, I don't want to say a little longer, a lot longer. Because a Batman for a year, fine Batman for a year, and then retires for 8. I don't feel like that's my only problem with the movies. That he should have been Batman for way longer. Like my Batman, well, my rendition of Batman, I feel like he should have been Batman for like at least a decade, like and stuff like that before retiring. And again, I know he comes back, but then he sacrifices himself, and at the end of the movie, retires with Catwoman. So, like, yeah, I feel like he does like 7 years of training over a year of Time Fantasy, and then doing nothing for a decade. So, um, yeah, that's my little nitpick. I like, yeah, I just feel like he should have been Batman for way longer. Um, like just to establish all that stuff, like all that stuff. I know I have to establish that. I know it wasn't the original plan. If Heath Ledger didn't sadly pass away, Joker would have been in the Dark Knight third film, and it probably would have completely different. Maybe he wouldn't have retired. But of course, we sadly never know. But I know, of course, it wasn't the original plan. But again, they could have just done something different and stuff like that. Like I feel like if they had to, I feel like they should have just made it so that the time between the Batman Begins and the Dark Knight is the same amount of time that the movie's released. I think the movie's released 3 or 4 years between each other. And again, it's not how long I would like a Batman to be, but I feel like that's a little better than a year. Um, and like I've the thought of like the Robin of the Dark Knight universe, technically going to be either Batman or Nightwing, depending on what he becomes, longer than the original. That just like does survive me. I know, he could have been like longer than Batman, but like longer career as Batman. But like, yeah, I don't like. Yeah, a year should have been like stretched to like 3 or 4. or the ideal scenario, a decade. But he didn't even have to surrender at the end. Like, he could have just, like, continued the Batman. Like, he would have a 9-long career, sacrificed himself at the end, boom. And, like, that's perfect. That would be perfect. But anyway, I'm not the Vector. It's still a perfect trilogy. I love it to bits. And until DCU Batman comes along, it's going to be my favourite rendition of Batman. Like, and stuff like that. So anyway, that's my thoughts. I actually recorded this once before, but I actually muted myself. So now hopefully you can hear me this time. And yeah, thanks for watching and listening, and tell me what you think about my opinion in the comments. If you disagree, it's fine, it's your opinion, but I just think he should have been Batman for way longer than a year before retiring for 8 and then sacrificing himself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day, night, whatever time, space you are. Bye.